Hello and a very good afternoon to all the students and Assalamu alaikum. So I'm very excited about this course. So let's get started with Spring Boot. Alright, so it's one of my favorites. Rather, it's the only favorite framework that's available and my favorite because we can develop good applications, enterprise applications and very complex applications actually using Spring Boot. Right, and let's understand how we use Spring to create Spring applications. And it assumes no previous knowledge of Spring, or it requires some basic knowledge of Java. And Spring Framework is basically an enterprise Java framework which lets you write enterprise Java applications, right, from medium, moderate to complex applications, and it's the best ever framework available as long as Java is concerned, right? And let's get quickly started with Spring Boot. So for that, I'll simply show you some prerequisites which are required for you developing Spring applications using Spring Boot. So you should be having Java pre-installed. Right, we'll have to ensure the Java is pre-installed. For that, I'll go to command prompt and I'll type Java and check the version of the Java which is currently available. So let us see. Alright, so Java is available right here, and I will say Java minus version version. So I'm running Java 1.8. You should also be having Java 1.8. And the second process is to set up environment variables. And for that, what you need to do is right click or click the start button, go to PC, right, your computer, right click, go to properties and go to advanced system settings. Alright, and go to environment variables and system variables right here and click and search for Java Home, since if you do not have Java Home, as I deleted it. So first I'll copy the path and go to C, program files, and search for Java, and you can see Java 1.8 is here. I'll go to bin and copy the path. After I copy the path, system variables, underneath the system variables, click new, mark Java underscore home, type Java underscore home in capital, and type the destination, which is C, program files, Java JDK 1.8 / bin, click OK, OK, and OK. Cancel the properties window and click on start button, run, and type ampersand Java underscore home ampersand, right? So when you type it, you click OK. That means okay, it opens the directory, means the environment variable is set. So you have successfully completed the first process, right? So that means your Java environment is ready now to launch. Okay, and there are many more things that we'll have to do. We'll have to set up Spring, and I'll be showing you a great tool today, Spring Setup. So we may require Spring STS, which is nothing but Spring Suite. For that, you'll go to spring.io to download this Spring Suite. Alright, so you can see this here, Spring, and it has all the things available here. So we'll go to Quick Start. Okay, and it will guide you through how to create a new project using Spring Suite. And it is nothing but it's basically the replica of Eclipse, right? And it's a replica of Eclipse and IntelliJ, but it will let you basically, it will give you that environment where you can develop Spring Boot applications easily. So that means the main focus of the Spring Suite software is to put focus on Spring Boot applications or Spring applications meant for developing Spring applications. We can develop other applications using the same framework as well. So you can see the community is there and everything is here. I'll go back to spring.io and see the download link and search for the download link. Alright, so we can see it here. Okay, I cannot see download here. I'll have to search for it. Okay. Okay, spring.io. I should see that right here. Setting up the environment, announcing the Spring website, Spring. Okay, let's Google download. So I'll say download Spring STS. That is Spring Suite. Okay, so it's here. Release 3.9.9, which is right here. You can see this. Right. Okay, so Spring Suite 3 you can download from here. And there are some GitHub links as well that you can take advantage of and you can download from, right? So by the time, I don't know, internet is very slow, by the time it redirects, so I'll have to tell you many things about Spring Suite and many things about Spring Framework. Okay, now we basically have been redirected and this is right here for Linux, Mac and Windows. So we use Windows, so I'll download it for Windows 64-bit. Alright, so this is the URL and it's 375 MB. It is going to take some time, but keep the download on while you are watching the video, while you watch the lecture. I'll give you ample amount of time so that you can download and then we can start. So but you need to keep the download on. Mine is good speed. I already downloaded almost 2 MB, but I'll cancel it since I have already downloaded the Spring Suite, right? And after the download, this is something that is going to look like, right? And I'll show you this. Okay, this is the shortcut for my Spring Suite, and this is the Spring Suite, right? STS, and it comes. Okay, it comes in RAR file. It's an archive that you'll get. So you have to open the archive and open the bundle right here. Okay, open archive, right, and then you have to open STS bundle and you have to go to the release 3.9.9 and extract it to anywhere you want to extract the software to, and then finally open this sts.exe and create a shortcut of it. After you created a shortcut of sts.exe, you open STS and your STS is going to look like this, right? So this is the environment where we are going to develop Spring Boot applications. Fine, so I hope you understood this part, and you can see that we have to set up some servers as well, so that we will learn when we'll set up the development environment, right? So as of now, we are going to understand why using Spring Suite, right? And it is basically, Spring Boot is basically a way in which we can bootstrap, or we can say bootstrap or quickly start developing applications, right? So you can bootstrap and quickly start developing applications. You don't need to write the code from the scratch, right? And you don't have to basically create everything. There are pre-built libraries, pre-built classes, pre-built packages that you can extend and inherit from, so that the amount of code you will write is minimized. And do not forget that it provides something known as DI, which is dependency injection, right? So we as developers say that why do we require to create an object of everything? Why do I require to call classes and their objects? Can I have a container which is going to give me any object of any class whenever it is required? So this dependency injection is what Spring is famous for, right? Because it provides loose coupling. It does not tightly couple your software, right? And it provides high cohesion, Right, so to develop loosely coupled design, we use Spring Boot, right? And one of the major things about Spring Boot is that it is the most famous frameworks of Java. And if you can see the amount of jobs available out in the market, so I'll say Spring Boot jobs. And you'll see tons and tons of jobs are required because it's used by multinational. It's not used by small companies. It's not used by startups, right? Spring is used by big companies like Infosys, like Tech Mahindra, like Janpa, Cognizant. They use Spring, and there are many, many, many jobs, and you won't believe the salaries are quite high using Spring. All right, so you can see this here, right? 6 lakh 50,000 to 16 lakh 15,000 per annum. So right, so that defines the availability and we can say the demand of Spring Boot developers out in the market is quite high, right? So you have a reason to learn. The reason for you to learn Spring Boot is to develop applications and applications like Pro quickly, right? And without even any hindrance and any stoppage. So we are going to develop those applications, right? Okay. And one of the main ideas behind Spring Boot is that you can have an easy to start Spring applications. We can build Spring applications from end to end applications, production ready applications, right? And matter of minutes you can create production ready applications. Okay. Hope you have set up the environment, right? And your environment is ready, right? So I'm going to give you some time before you set up the environment. Okay, so go. All right, so what your requirements are? You complete your environment, keep the environment ready, keep JDK ready, download the Spring Suite, and we'll get started inshallah when all the environment is ready. I mean, your development environment is ready, and we'll kickstart developing Spring application. Do it, guys. It's going to be a real fun developing Spring applications, inshallah. So I'm giving you time for download and for setting up the environment. Bye bye. Take care.